Hey there. Alright, okay, in this video we're going to talk about the Bullish Harami. Alright, it's a 2-day candle pattern. Alright, and they happen at the bottom of trends. They do appear all over the place, but it's best to only act off of these when they're at the bottom of the trend, so make sure you establish your support levels correctly. Alright, let's show you basically what they will look like. Alright, so we're in a downtrend, okay? And then you start to have like one of these pretty big candles, and then the next one comes in like that, okay, and you should be at a support level, preferably. Alright, the next candle then needs to close higher than the previous day's high. It would be advantageous if you had the wick, for instance, close higher than the first day's high, because that would definitely let you know that the bulls are in, like, have taken over. Also, I mean, if you can get the body to close higher, the real body as well, to close higher than the first day's high, then that's also a good sentiment in there as well. Alright, so wherever your candle will be, then you can go in on the very next bar. Alright, but this particular setup here, I mean, this is actually a free inside up formation as well. Okay, not if the high is that high though, that will be a free outside up. But if you had like one where it comes in like that and it's still within the range of this bear candle's real body, then this will be a free inside up formation. Alright, so let's go ahead and show you basically what that looks like on the chart. Alright, so we're looking for a Harami, and alright, here is the Harami right here. Alright, we're in a downwards trend, and we don't know if this downwards trend is actually finished. We really need to basically have a look, so when we come over we could actually put our trend lines here, but we're not really looking for medium support levels, we're looking for major support levels. Alright, so they've got to be key resistance and support levels. Okay, and this one here down the bottom looks like it's key. Alright, and this one up the top here will be a major high, and anything in between will be major highs and lows. Alright, so when I've put my major points in, I'm going to be looking at this Harami. Alright, and it's basically a reversal pattern. If you're going to go ahead against the grain, i.e. you're going to be fighting a downtrend, alright, and if you get in on this and you're fighting the downtrend and you're going up, you got to be careful that you don't fall victim to a loss on there, right? But it's always best to act off of these when they're basically hitting your major levels. Alright. Okay, see if we can find some examples. That's a piercing line. Okay, well here's one. Now you can see as this has gone up, it's stopped, and it's also formed an area here of support. So you go ahead and you place your trend line tool in, and you can see that we've got a couple Haramis hit these. This one here is actually referring to this lot up here, so I'd ignore that because it's nowhere near this. This has actually come down and hit it, so I know I'm actually basically at the bottom. There's a fair old distance to climb back up towards the top, so I could take that risk to fight and go back up there. We're in the middle of the Bollinger Bands as well. Okay, so let's take a look. So here is your Harami. So you can basically go long on the second bar, or you can wait until the third one. The third one does actually come through, and it doesn't go up much. It goes up like 3.1 pips. Now when you're acting off the higher time frames, that kind of movement would be worth it, alright, to get like maybe 100 pips out of it. But to do this on a 5-minute time frame, I'm only showing you here because there's more examples on lower time frames, because there's more bars being developed. Alright, so there's more formations being created. On the higher time frames, I can't really find them. So yeah, so be careful that when you're going in and you're finding these formations that you are basically at the bottom, and if you do go ahead and hit one of these, don't stay in it for too long. I mean, these kind of areas where you don't know whether it's going to stop at a certain point or whatever, like when you're fighting a trend here, this is still a downtrend. It's only bounced off a little bit, but generally the overall direction was down, and it did go back up a little bit, but until it started to plummet. So there was that trend line, and it's still coming down. Okay, so be careful that you don't fight the trend and really find those signals that actually go with the trend. Alright, the actual, what we were looking for there was actually the bullish Harami. And the bullish Harami is basically as it sounds, you know, you're waiting for the market to go up higher. So you want to find these ones in right down at the bottom of the trends, and this one looks like a Harami. That's a Harami as well, but also has an outside up. An outside up also works as well. But there's your Harami, the red candle there, and there's the blue one right there. And then you can go long after this one, and that one turns out quite well. Alright, so I will leave you with the bullish Harami. Okay, and then we'll take a look at, see if we can squeeze some more videos in for you. And I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.